London.
How far are we from London?
London? Oof, hour and a half, I'd say. Car or train will run you about the same. Of course, you'd never catch me driving in London. Not for £1 million.
That's not bad.
Far enough away to be grateful, not so far as to be sorry. Or so the locals say.
So, what exactly does Dr. Styles' assistant do around here? I mean, as you see it.
Never had one before. I'm sure they told you at the Student Employment Office. It's mainly paperwork he wants done. Files sorted, computer work, things of that sort. You should have plenty of time to keep up with your studies. I told him there's no use sending over a medical student. He'd never let you touch his actual work. I take it you're not in sciences.
Was it the tattoos that gave me away?
No offence, dear. What is it that you study?
Yes.
English Lit.
Well, that's all right then, isn't it? Now, I wanted to ask, will you be wanting the room, or will you be staying at the university?
The room?
The room you were in last night. It's yours whenever you want it. It's empty otherwise, isn't it?
Empty.
Meals too. If you're late, I'll leave your dinner in the fridge. I'm sure a girl like you knows how to use a microwave.
Sure.
There's been an awful lot on this breakfast, actually, hasn't there? And we're still munching away.
I know they told me this at university, but I'm not sure I remember it correctly. Besides the room and board, the position pays...
Well, I never. Catch a fever last night, did you? I'd have thought that would be the first thing on a student's mind.
Sure, but I was looking at a whole list of available jobs, and I'm afraid I might be confusing them.
£50.
Right, that's what I thought. Thanks.
It's an incredibly vague amount. Like 50, it pays £50. Is that per hour? Because that's incredibly good. Is that per day? Which is kind of yeah. What would that be? £250. Well, ooh no, because this might be a daily thing rather than 50. I mean, more than that, like £50 a week or £50 a year is completely ridiculous. But you're not specified this. I'm going to assume £50 a day, which would. That's complicated. I'm trying to work out in my head what that would be. It's too... well, the thing is, it depends on if we're working every single day of the week, which actually is illegal. You need to have at least 1 day off a week, or 2 days off a fortnight, legally, in the UK. I can't remember why I looked that up, but I did.
Oxford Police Department. Gee, that's reassuring.
Oh, I thought I'd keep...
It's a card for a psychologist. Now that's a phone number I'd have handy. You never know when you'll go stark raving mad.
Psychologist, PhD, MA, MSc. Oh, of course, because he must have gone to Oxford. Okay, in Oxford, I think everything gives you an MA, and it's weird because you'll get a BSc to begin with. So he started off getting a BSc in psychology. He then studied to get his MSc, and after a number of years with your BSc from Oxford, you can pay a little bit more. You can pay them a bit of money for it to for it to become an MA. So he has an MA and MSc. He then did a postgraduate diploma, which seems a little redundant if you've got a master's, because that's the MSc, which shouldn't have a dot between the S and the C. Is more than a PG postgraduate diploma. The MA, I would also say, is probably less important because it's... Unless that's something else, but I assume that is degree level. That is his degree. And then obviously he's got a PhD, a doctorate in philosophy. It's technically a doctorate of philosophy, or doctorate of philosophy, but you get it in whatever subject you did, so assumably he did it in psychology. I'm rambling.
That calendar is out of date.
Oh, okay.
Oxford Police Department. Gee, that's reassuring.
He doesn't have any letters after his name. I don't do that. I don't know if they have an Oxford Police Department. They've got the Thames Valley Police, which I think covers up most of Oxfordshire. But I don't think there's an Oxford, per se. An Oxford Police Department. There is an Oxford, the Oxford Police Department.
It looks a bit gloomy out there.
Okay. I was kind of hoping we'd get that. Maybe we now... I don't know. What are we doing now, love? Do we now go and try and escape? I'm assuming we're not going to be able to escape. I'm assuming we're stuck here now. We've not got the times, but we know it's going to take us half an hour to get to Oxford, and then from there we can get the train. Sam's bedroom. Oh yeah, we're not escaping if you've called it Sam's bedroom already. Oh, apparently there's bonus points for a thing, but I don't know what thing would be the bonus points for.
I'm almost done reading.
I'm suddenly very much terrified. No, it's right. I'm terrified now because I've just thought, okay, we've got the book Frankenstein. So that has been selected as a relevant book. It is not a... It is a gothic book. And, oh yes, she used to be a goth. But, and maybe they're just playing with it. Maybe it just happens that this is the book she's reading. But, reading Frankenstein, an accident... this mysterious picture that we're not meant to discuss of a beautiful woman who I assume was with who was with the person I assume who she was with, I assume would be this Dr. Styles fellow. All of those things put together with the Frankenstein is making me think that he's been studying the brain, doing this work to try and work out how to bring a brain back to life. Which is a rather terrifying thought. So I don't know what we're doing. We're trying to work out how to escape. Where is it? It was this picture, wasn't it? Let's go and have a look.
Nice couple. They look...
Alright, yeah. So we want to look at the diploma wall. So he's got doctorate. He has postgraduate diploma in cellular... Yeah, this picture. I'm assuming this is Mr. Dr. Styles and this is the lady outside. Something bad happened. To whom something bad happened, I suspect. Yeah, so there doesn't seem to be anything here that we can work with, which is rather frustrating. Maybe I'm just meant to try and leave, but that seems really ridiculous considering there are 20 slots available. I assume that's for save games. I'm only picking up these little things. I just saw the word Isis, which I assume is somehow connected, which is the Egyptian goddess, but I don't know what it's going to be about, is the problem. So we're talking about mythology and quantum mechanics. And magic. I don't know whether to feel confused or excited. So we're looking for bus times, but there's no bus times available. Oh, I have a couple of numbers. I can try calling people, although I don't think that's going to go well for us. Leonardo da Vinci, something, something, something. I mean, that could be anything.
There's no one I can call. I don't know a soul here. And I can't...
Well, let's have a look at this envelope then. Maybe that's what we're meant to do next.
Nothing ventured, nothing gained.
Oh, are we working here now? Want a closer look at an item? Zoom in and out using the mouse wheel. Move the item around by holding down the right mouse button. I've already figured that out. To new person. Okay. There is... To new person. There is one thing for you to do today. Call it a test, if you will. If you cannot accomplish it, pack your things and return to the campus by evening. I plan to start an experiment, but despite putting up a few of these notices in town, no lost lambs have telephoned. Find me 6 student volunteers for tonight. Leave your cell phone number with Mrs. Dalton. Okay. As someone who studied at Oxford, he would not write cell phone. Sorry. I know I'm being... it's slightly overly critical. It's obviously written by an American. But you've got to realise, if you're settling it in England, people are going to be talking in British English. I don't know why these seem... I don't know.
Well, he's a charmer.
New person.
Don't get too comfortable, Houdini.
Cash paid for experimental subjects for neurobiology experiment. £15 per hour. Registered with Dr. Styles, 555-7234. I know in America, like, 555 is like the fictional number starting thing. I don't know if that's the case in Britain. But if you just tried to call this number from a foreign country, you wouldn't be able to get through. You'd need the area code. Ooh, that's rotated.
Well,
let's have a look. What do you say about this?
Shouldn't be too hard. Students always need money, right?
£15 an hour. That's pretty good. I mean, I'm getting paid. Technically, how much am I getting paid for this pot washing job? Is £25.
Styles wanted me to leave my cell phone.
All right. £25 for 2 hours. I mean, technically it's £20 for 2 hours, which is £10 an hour. But I've been given £5 expenses for my train fare. Very nice of the temp agency, I must say. Cell phone number.
I have a problem. Dr. Styles asked me to leave my cell phone number with you, but I don't have one.
Oh, take mine. My sister's the only one who ever calls me on it, and she's on holiday.
Are you sure? Thank you. I had one, but there was this incident with a ground squirrel. Ugly.
They could be nasty blighters, can't they?
What? What's a ground squirrel? Oh, hello. What's that? No, why are you flashing? You now have access to Oxford. This map lets you visit the locations you know and gives some clues about your adventure. Open the map by pressing M or clicking on the small compass. Alright, so we go. New locations have a white blinking outline. You can also tell something about a location by the colour of its label. Gold means the location contains one or more tasks required to end the chapter. However, it may not always be possible to complete these right away. Silver indicates a location with one or more bonus tasks, but no more required tasks. Dark grey means you've completed all tasks for the current chapter. Okay, so we can't go here. Oh, Ashmolean. I say that like I've ever been to Oxford. Where is the train station? Is that the train station? I don't think so. It might be. I don't think so. I'm fairly sure the station's right by a bridge, so it might be further off that way. This was ages ago. I can't remember. Because I remember actually having a bit of a walk around. I think did I cross the river? Ooh, River Thames or Isis. Gasp. Yeah.
So this is Oxford. Not bad. I need to line up those students for the experiment. But while I'm here, I really want to snoop around. See if I can find any reference to the Daedalus Club here in Oxford.
It's Daedalus. Not Daedalus. Oh, that's you. I thought this was one I was going to be talking to. Queen Street. Cornmarket Street. Well, let's just go to Queen Street, because it's there. Oh, of course, we came on the bus, didn't we? So that's the bus stop. Yes. Angel comes from Angelos, the Greek for messenger. Let's have a chat with people, shall we?
Hey, you're losing a paper.
What?
Take a look. If you're free tonight, it's just an easy few hours for £15. Every student needs money, right? This is like taking candy from a baby, my friend.
Oh, this is great. Brilliant.
What do you mean?
Oh, this is a joke, right? Styles? Experiment?
No, it's 15 pounds. What's so funny about that?
Ah, you're serious. I guess it takes a freak to work for a freak. Good day.
Great. It appears I'm working for Dracula. Nice.
He must have been to public school. Or if you're American, he must have gone to a private school.
It's a steam vent.
It's really weird. Although I fully understand how both sets of both bits of that language come about. So, in Britain, the churches would provide all of the kind of schooling. I'll talk to these afterwards. Would provide all the schooling. So when a school was set up that was not a church school, it was owned by, rather than being owned by the church, it was owned by a member of the public, I think is how it works. So it was a public school. And then the opposite of a public school is therefore a private school. But if you went to a public school, you're privately educated. Even though you didn't go to a private school. In America, a school owned by the public is one that is owned by the government, and therefore is a public school. And a private school is a privately owned one that you pay to go to. They both kind of make sense. Although I think the American one is kind of taking over in Britain, which, to be fair, actually makes sense.
Hello, miss. You won't want to miss this. Easy money for a few hours of rest and relaxation.
You don't know what it
I
is.
can sign you up right now.
Dr. Styles, are you insane?
No. Okay. No one likes this. Boy. Boy.
What is it?
Chance of a lifetime. Or, at the very least, the most fun you've ever had in a straitjacket. Just a little neurobiology humor there.
Not bloody likely. Look, you won't find anyone stupid enough to do an experiment with Styles, I guarantee it.
I don't even know any of these people's names. I just have like...
Oh yeah? There's gotta be somebody stupid enough in Oxford. Or maybe not. Well, if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. Sorry, Houdini. I tried.
Well, quite possibly. I mean, this is a city where they just give people scholarships if they can row. So...
First year student orientation party at St. Edmund's Quad. It's... today. Freshmen.
Why do I get the feeling she said that the same way someone would say fresh meat? That's somewhat terrifying.